Good evening. This is Robert Porsche with the YouTube channel Truth. I'm on the Cherry Grove Fishing Pier. High tide tonight is at 9:11, interestingly enough. And the tide's coming in, of course, and up, and the sun is leaving this vantage point. We've had quite a storm roll in here today with a lot of wind, a lot of rain, and it's really nice right now. I just wanted to go ahead and let you see some of what it looks like when there's quite a bit of texture to the water. You can see the power of that as well. So I am recording this with the P1000 as well, so there will be quite a bit more clarity. And the sun is vanishing from this perspective over in that area, in about the middle of the view. So part of what happens is the wind moves across the water and creates waves. That's a big part of it. And then the other dynamic that happens is as the tidal activity comes on in, it has less area to go, so it rises. There's a bit of mystery with the tidal activity. And the sun and the moon and stars move above the stationary earth. That's biblical, and that's reality. Reality and the truth is not based on popular opinion or personal preference, yet what used to be viewed as common sense is not nearly as common as it used to be. Wow. The waves up here are breaking a lot bigger and further out than I've seen in a while. On the Cherry Grove Fishing Pier here, there was nearly a 2,000-pound shark captured, caught in the early 1960s. Around the world, we have apparently one container ship goes missing each week. Hi there. There's rogue waves out in the open ocean that break much like they break on the shore, and there's no notification like a mayday or we've got pirates coming at us or anything like that. The ships just totally vanish. They're gone. One of the areas that happens quite a bit is the Bermuda Triangle. I'm going to zoom in on some pelicans right now. There's aerodynamics. These pelicans glide over the water just amazingly. I hashtagged aerodynamics this morning and found a video on the 2020 Ferrari. Pretty interesting because it actually shows some of the aerodynamics, the slipstream, how the air moves around the car. You're looking at in the Ferrari one of the highest performance engines ever put on a vehicle, in a vehicle. So the aerodynamics are extremely important, especially when you're looking at extremely high speeds like fighter jets. And the pelicans are pretty amazing. They're really skilled at being able to fly really close to the water and then just dive right on in and catch the fish. On my photo album, actually on my channel, one of the thumbnails is of an eagle, a bald eagle, and I've got a video of him taking flight and flying on out to the surf and capturing fish. and taking it away for a dinner for one. So because of vantage point and perspective, I'm able to zoom in and show how apparently the pelicans fly under the water, but they're not doing that. They're just dipping below the wave height, so I can't see them. In the same view I'm showing right now, earlier this week I have a friend that I videoed kite surfing. Very interesting dynamics there as well. I inverted some kite surfing and bulldozers out here and all of that. I've called them beams. When a meme isn't enough, let there be beams. Take a look at it. That's where the spinning, wobbling, and gyrating globe ultimately leads to, is a world in which some people are apparently upside down in relationship to other people. We don't observe that in reality. That only happens in the imagination. So when somebody has looked into the matter of the whole global deception, the flat earth issue, or the topic of the flat earth, and they believe that flat earthers are deceived and confused, I would say, well, although there may be flat earthers deceived and confused about some things, NASA definitely is an unreliable source of information about the nature of our world. They're intentionally deceptive, and I'm exposing that. The world that we live in is controlled by the prince of this world, Satan, under the sovereign control of an omnipotent creator. My heavenly Father, the living word, the Alpha and Omega, the great I am. Some of the questions of how could God actually want men, women, children, and animals annihilated? Well, one of the reasons is those were not entirely human. There's a fallen angel component, demonic possessed individuals, and a hybridization that's going on right now with the transpocalypse. It's not just transgender, it's transhuman, and it's basically people doing their own thing, and Satan actually giving people largely what they believe they want. So a life lived after self-pleasure is something that Satan is all about. And then a life lived for the pursuit of holiness and obedience to God is what God is all about. That's what his family is all about. So there's basically two families in this world. The adversarial family of God, who created the world. And about a third of the angels were cast out of heaven. So greater is he that's in us, those of us that are actually born again, than he that's in the world. And that's very comforting. It's a comforting reality to consider. In the Myrtle Beach area this year, we're expecting about 20 million guests this year. Should be interesting. The Myrtle Beach International Airport is about a half hour from right here. So if you want to come out this way and see a beautiful area, there's a lot to do, a lot to see. Horseback riding on the beach, parasailing, just relaxing on the beach is wonderful as well. A lot of options here. So I'm gonna try something a little bit different and see how this works out. Oh, my camera kind of loosened up. So what I'm gonna say is thank you so much for the public and private encouragement. Please feel free to explore my content on my YouTube channel. I've covered a lot of topics. What I'll do is like and share videos that I believe are extremely beneficial to realize the significance of the battle that we're in and how some of this fits together, connecting some of the dots. So thank you so much.